The hype for the PS5 is at an all-time high. Everybody's going bananas over it. People are saying they love the design of the system. They hate the design of the system. Everyone's looking at the specs of it and are just geeking out all over the place. And I'm not going to lie, the presentation Sony gave was amazing. But with that, there's only one issue I had with it. Why are we getting two different consoles? This is going to cause a lot of problems at launch. Now, look, I'm not saying that giving consumers choice is a bad thing. More choice is always a great thing. But launch supplies are always limited, and this will cause issues for people wanting to buy the console. There are two models of the PlayStation 5, one with a disc drive and one without. Now, I know a lot of people buy their games more digitally these days. I get that, and I get that digital is probably the way everything's going to go soon, but we're not quite there yet. And doing two separate consoles and limiting the supply of available consoles by doing that, I think is going to cause a lot more problems than it solves. It causes problems in these ways. One, consoles are bought as gifts during the holiday season, which is when this is going to launch. Now, I don't know about your mom and dad, but my mom and dad was not very educated on games and game systems. They didn't know what they were buying. They just went, bought a console, brought it home, gave it to you, and you were good to go. I have a feeling that there'll probably be a little bit of an excess of the all digital edition consoles out there than there will be with the disc-based ones. What'll result by that is uninformed consumers buying all digital consoles for people who wanted ones with disc drives. This will wind up resulting in a ton of returns to stores and more of these all digital consoles sitting on store shelves. There's also going to run into issue with games when people pick up disc-based games for an all digital console that someone can't use the disc on now. I'm not saying an all digital console is a bad thing. I just don't think it's something you should probably have at launch in any event. Because also this is going to cause issues for consumers who go in to buy a console and they know what they want, and all that's available is the all digital version because the disc-based one sold out because that's the one most people are going to buy straight out the box. I think Sony's jumping the gun on this. I think Sony needed to hold off a little bit longer on the all digital console and make it something available later. Mind you, I don't think the all-digital console is going to sell that great anyway, given the history of the Xbox Series S all-digital edition, which didn't sell that well and sat on store shelves. I mean, granted, the Xbox One did have sales issues this generation, but the all-digital edition was much cheaper than the disc-based console, and the disc-based version of the same thing, the Xbox Series S, sold more units than the Xbox Series S all-digital edition did. I hope that maybe at the launch, the numbers won't be 50-50 when they launch these. I'm hoping that the disc-based console will be 75% of what they bring out, and the all-digital edition will be roughly 25%. I'm not saying Sony shouldn't bring out an all-digital console. I'm saying they just shouldn't do it at launch. They should wait about a year and a half to where the consoles are more readily available to people. This is going to cause a lot of confusion at retail, and I feel really sorry for people who work in non-gaming retail like Walmart and Best Buy because they're going to have a lot of angry consumers coming in to return these all-digital consoles that they got gifted by people. Or on the flip side, your Karen's getting mad because they sold their son a console without a disc drive in it. Yes, that will happen. Other issues with all-digital consoles no one thinks about is collectability. And it goes a little something like this. Let's say I buy a PS5. It's the all-digital edition. I hold on to it for as long as I've held on to an NES, let's say 20, 30 years. I want to go back and play this console. Well, the problem's gonna be, are all the games that I want to play already downloaded to this thing? Because there's a very good chance that the store will be offline at that point. So if it's not on the console, you're screwed. And that's the other thing. What if somebody gets on your account? They say and do a lot of crappy things in an online game. Your account gets banned. Guess what? All those games you bought under your account, they're gone. You don't have access to them anymore. If it wasn't on the console, then you don't have it anymore. Or even then, if the license is tied to that user account and that user account doesn't exist, then the games you downloaded on your console are gone. You don't have them anymore. And that really sucks. Another issue that exists with it is you can't take advantage of price matching. Like right now, if I looked on Amazon.com and let's say I saw Horizon Zero Dawn 2, they've got it for $40. Awesome deal. I happen to be standing in my local Target at the time. They have Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I can walk up to any sales associate and ask them to price match Amazon and they'll do it. Digital marketplaces don't do this. Sales at digital marketplaces on some big AAA games don't happen. This, in my summation, is something that will be anti-consumer, along with the issue with your account. The issue with your account is anti-consumer as well. Now, look, I'm not saying having choices out there for people on what console to buy is a bad thing. It's not. You can have a lot of fun that way. I'm not saying having different choices is a bad thing, but having an all-digital console kind of is. Look, I understand the future's all digital. I know that. I get that. That's the direction this whole industry is going. But until digital storefronts will price match physical storefronts, give consumers the ability to resell games, as well as give them guarantees that games won't be lost should something happen to their account, it's just not ready for prime time yet. And it's something that really should be held back on until these issues are worked out. It's probably a little too late now since it's been announced and it's probably already in production, but it's going to be interesting to see the fallout in the marketplace when the thing launches. In any event, I'm looking forward to the PS5. I plan to pre-order one with a disc drive when I can, and I'll report more on this as more information comes out. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will catch you guys in the next video.